Hello everyone, V here and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Now, in the last episode I said that there's one thing left to do in the swamp, but I was wrong. There are two things left to do in the swamp aside from saving Charles. I have no idea if I'll be able to do both of them right now, but I will definitely try to do at least one of them. And that's the Largemouth Bass and Sons, and to get the kids. Okay, this pool is the birthplace of Largemouth. Look, a bass present at the signing of the Declaration of Independence on August 2nd, 1792. He returned to his home waters to die, but his body was never found. Fair enough. Okay, I think we already... He scans the horizon looking for the truck's return. Yeah, we talked to the dude already. Then turns to you and shakes his head slightly. She knows where to find me. She'll come back. Remind me what happened to the truck? It's the company truck. We used to take the fish to market. A couple nights ago I forgot to fill her up before bed. That must have really ticked her off, because the next morning she was gone. No note, nothing. You couldn't have anything to do with the missing kids? Tom and Kathy, you have to talk to Mr. Chapman or Mr. Tracy about it. Okay, so we have to... Yeah, good luck with the truck. I gotta go later, dude. We have to talk to either this dude or the one in the next shack. They don't exactly like each other, so starting to talk with one of them will make the other a little bit more hostile to you. Not like completely locked out, but yeah, it's not exactly an easy thing to deal with them. I usually go with this guy. Surely a fisherman yearns for a glorious death at sea, not to wind up behind a desk. Hello there, I wonder, do you ever wish you had a glorious death at sea? Oh, many a sea creature has tried to give me one, bucko, but before they can get the teething out, rebone them 6 ways to Sontag. He spits a wad of chewing tobacco out the door. Guy chap and chief reboning officer, Largemouth Bass and Sons. Are you here about Tom? Yeah, I saw the posters about missing children. Find one child and you'll find the other. My Tom has been lured into the lair of Occam's Gator by that Jezebel of a deboner's daughter. A good and true fisherman led astray by that delinquent sorceress who's never cared a word with man for what we do here with the Largemouth Bass. You're being a little sexist, don't you think? Not remotely. I'm not saying anything about her gender at all. I'm only saying that she may have got my boy eaten by a gatorman. But when you throw words like Jezebel around, that's a little loaded. Is it? Well, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm willing to change, but you have to be patient with me, alright? I'm old-fashioned. I can't keep up with all these new ideas your generation has. Gender, penicillin. Okay, up comes Gator. Chapman's cheeks dark into the murky hue of a humpback anglerfish. As long as there has been a largemouth bass and Sons, there has been an Occam's Gator. To our great misfortune. I'd venture that there's no creature of land nor sea quite so terrible. 12 feet tall he is, red as a furnace with smoke billowing from his nostrils. He and his rapacious appetites are a plague on our business. He'll eat everything we've got. Largemouth bass, everything. Okay. It keeps me up at night wondering what we did to deserve him. Is it a sin against the land to go debone and rebone fish? Perhaps, but damn it, that's what gives our mass its zing. Hey, how is Kathy responsible? Well, the arrogance of youth. Kathy Tracy never thought she had anything to fear from Occam's Gator. She didn't respect him. Several times I caught her attempting to summon the beast by shouting his name 3 times in a mirror or directly into the mouth of a bass. He was always going to end with her in Occam's belly. I just didn't think my Tom would be fool enough to go along with it. Yeah, do you think Tom could have run away on his own? Absolutely not. Tom's a 3rd-generation bass boy, proud and true. Why, just last month he said, I'm excited about my future in reboning largemouth bass, Dad. Does that sound like the words of a boy with 1 foot out the door? No, there's a simple explanation. The siren song of Kathy Tracy lures good men into the bellies of gators. Right. Is there a finder's fee? 200 meat for starters and my mother's fishing rod for entry. On one condition, I don't want you looking for Kathy on Tracy's line. It's Tom that needs saving, and he needs saving from her, so that's one condition. Oh, and you also need to find Tom, so that's two conditions. Is that a special fishing rod? It is, and I'll tell you why. It has never caught a fish. Oh, that sounds worse than a normal fishing rod. It has never caught a fish, always catches two. Don't know how it works, don't want to know how it works. We just think to say it and for the bounty. Okay, deal. So, I guess the kids are coming back. So, a deal. Hurrah, now I have no idea where I might find Tom, but what I'll do is let you into our quarters in the back. I know he keeps a diary, though I've never been able to make sense of the thing. Fundamentally, the way your generation speaks is utter nonsense to me. The mad ramblings of youth, perhaps you'll understand it. Now, bring him home, you hear me? Okay, what do you do here? Yeah, I'm the chief reboning officer here at Largemouth Bass and Sons, like my father was before me, and etc. It's a wonderful life, a good family life. Be seeing you. Okay, the chum bucket is described. A stranger is just a chum you haven't met yet. Yeah, the bucket is secured to the floor. Those are decorative. And the chum inside is the very first batch of chum ever made by Largemouth Bass and Sons back in the summer of 1803. It reminds us of our humble beginnings. Oh, revolting. Champagne for my real chums. Real pain for my sham chums. Oh my god. Champagne for my real chum. Okay. That one's a real pain for my chums. That one's a little more esoteric. What lies beyond that door is only for fishermen. What is it? Fish. Can I fish here? Ha! Not yet, I guess. Lo, with the reboning knife of righteousness has a complete bass been forged. Okay, back there is a mess. That's okay, I don't mind. Not messy, it's the mess, as in we have our meals. As in where we have our meals. Oh, I thought they only called it mess in the armed forces. And is fishing not the armed forces? What do you use to hold the rods, huh? Oh my god. Go inside, I'm just gonna go inside. Everything on the shelves is like a heart attack. Okay. The non-perishable and long-lasting foodstuff sustains the fishman on their voyage from this building to outside this building. Nice. Broken bones pile high and sing, detritus from the experiments of an apprentice reboner. The sign claims that these are cups of homemade bone broth, and that you should take one. Do what it says. Not want to question the instructions on a tiny sign, you grab a cup. Broth made from fish bones, not unlike the ocean itself. Sounds disgusting. Okay, what do we have here? Unsuitable bones are grown up here into a thin meal. Right. So many fishermen don't get into largemouth bass because they can't hide the bunk beds. Hey, it's possible that largemouth bass fishermen could do their job while sleeping in a nice solid bed, but it's never been tried anywhere in the world. Okay, let's snoop through the stuff here. It seems that the leftmost locker belongs to Tom Chapman. It's locked. Open it. That wasn't quite what you intended to do, but luckily you did manage to reveal a secret cache hidden behind the lockers. French Tom's hole. Okay, I'm not gonna comment on that. The secret diary of a bass fishing scion. This diary belongs to Tom Chapman. If found, please return to Largemouth Bass and Sons. For controversial source and secret plans, turn to page 19. For information of no consequence, turn to page 33. Let's go with page 19. Okay, so... Right, so these are the controversial. Okay, animal ideas. Three-toed squid. Chihuahua, big. Four-toed squid. Honey-hating bear. Rabbit, more teeth. Aster chimp. Grandfather cat. Boulder eagle. Sleeping dog that lies. Egg cat, of course. And the other one is dangerous, but the only way we won't be followed is if we take the truck through the gatorman camp. We'll ask Peter where it is. Okay, so gotta talk to Peter. I don't know which one it was, but I'm also going to have a small talk with this dude. He definitely the shotgun's keeping you out or something else, and who cares, I'm going inside. Yeah, this dude definitely won't be as friendly, but yeah, this grizzled mariner must hate being stuck behind a desk. Greetings, as a mariner, do you hate being stuck behind a desk? Excuse me, I make 6 figures a year behind this desk, and mind your manners, introducing Adam Tracy, Chief Deboning Officer of Largemouth Bass and Sons. You must be Vivian, the ones who's thrown in their lot with that wretch of a reboner next door. Oh, surprised they know your name? Well, the Largemouth Bass have ears. I'd like to talk about your daughter. I don't see the point. You've thrown in with the Chapmans already. Yeah, it sounds like she might have run away from home. I'll excuse the remark, as you don't know my Kathy, but suffice it to say that's impossible. Kathy loves largemouth bass almost as much as a Sue preordained roles in a multi-generational family business. No, Kathy would not simply leave home. There is a much simpler explanation. Out comes Gator. Another one. Out comes Gator, a monstrous gatorman centuries old, 10 feet tall at least an inch, with scales as blue as the deepest ocean. He has 2 tails as sharp as razors, and he's not afraid to shave you. His appetites are insatiable. He'll strike at night and gobble up all fish, guns, tax returns, whatever. And now I fear my Kathy. I don't know what we did to provoke his ire, but that beast has bullied and bothered our business since my grandfather was in toddler pants. I sometimes think the swamp itself has summoned him up to be our tormentor. Right. You think Occam's Gator ate Kathy? You have to understand, for decades, Occam's Gator has been the sole author of this business misfortune. Could he eat a child? Absolutely. That's his MO, or monstrous operandi. Of course. If Occam's ate Kathy, aren't we too late? Not necessarily. Occam's only handicap is his glacially slow digestion. Go ask Sylvester, God of Oz. He was swallowed up by Occam's, but by stripping off in his belly and greasing his body in Occam's own fat, he was able to slither up and out of Occam's jaws while the great beast slept. Okay, where can I find Sylvester? I don't know, we had to terminate him for attempting to unionize. Of course, this is getting way too real over here. Okay, Occam's Gator sounds made up. There's nothing made up about a giant blue gatorman who eats guns. One of our gods actually saw Occam's, even took a shot at him, but conventional weapons have no effect. Are you saying you haven't seen Occam's Gator? I've seen the destruction he's wrought, I've certainly seen that. Let's talk about something else for now, thank you very much, sir. If you must, but I warn you, my daughter's abduction makes me a poor conversationalist. Do you think if Cicero's daughter was missing, he could have gone on and said all the famous sayings of which Mr. Cicero is known? Okay, what do you do here? As I said, I'm the chief deboning officer here. My team and I deboned the largemouth bass, after which it is passed over to my colleague across the way for reboning. Fair enough, I'll be on my way. Okay, empty, to magnify the misfortune of my stolen daughter. Okay, any idea who did this? I can't prove it yet, but I'll be damned if Occam's Gator did not have his claws in this. Okay, when did this happen? 3 nights ago. I'm still in shock. I can't even muster the strength to close the safe. Yeah, I can do that for you, it's not hard, would you? Sure. God bless you. You're very welcome, I guess. Yeah, is this the best? It is, and just so you know, the fish we serve here is deboned, and that's just the way we like it. I don't want to see you putting new bones in the fish. Okay, go on in. There's a bass flowing in a sink, and in each of the drawers. I still wonder how the hell we managed to... I know this is me, rambling a little bit. But how the hell people like bass? This fish reeks of mud. Okay, the only item inside is a sardine salad sandwich in a cardboard box, and the box is labeled hams. Do not eat. Do eat. Ah, the sandwich smacks of something foul and deeply wrong, as if the food had rotten itself to punish your minor transgression. Which reminds me of the story of your friend Eve, who ate forbidden window display sandwich and was cast out of the Garden of Eden restaurant. Oh god. Like Eve, I've tasted a forbidden sandwich and must face the consequences. Yeah. Thankfully, yeah, I can lose the effect real fast. The sign says, take a bottle of bass oil. Let's take it. Why, it's glued to the table. Bottles create the whole thing. You now notice the reverse of the sign, which reads, if you can. Take the bottles. Thank you. Huzzah! You break the bonds of the glue with a satisfying flop. And I'll take the sign. You got an unknown sign. Yeah, just sell it if you can. The door is locked, making this room even more disappointing. I wonder if I can go from this end? Looking for something? What's back there? Crew quarters, off limits. You live here? Where the fish live, we live. Can I go inside? No, that's space for the Tracy family, like our crypt. Can I go do that? You better not. I think I just needed to find a key. But now, to have a talk with these guys over here, I think it was this dude. Yeah, how are the fish today? Pretty large, thank you for asking. What do you know about Occam's Gator? Oh, that's vague. It is? Yeah, that's a legend. An old bass wives tale. Sometimes things go missing, but the business of a run of bad luck, and folks want a deeper explanation for it. But I can tell you that nobody here has ever laid eyes on any giant gatorman. The bosses can't even agree on what he's supposed to look like. So Occam's Gator didn't kidnap these kids? I really doubt it. Your boss says you saw him. Didn't you ever tell a boss what they wanted to hear? There's gators in these parts, alright. I have to scare them off the property on almost daily basis. If you don't believe me, you're welcome to go and visit the swampy grounds. The stomping grounds. You won't find any sort of Occam's Gator there, I assure you. Okay, thank you very much. That's one duty that gives us directions. Okay, remind me what happened to the truck. Are you suggesting this truck is sentient? Okay, I know that we already talked to this guy, so I'll just go quickly. Maybe they took the truck? Okay, how far could have someone gone with a truck? Unfortunately. Okay, the Gatorman Hamlet, that's nice, but I'm going to go to the treehouse. If I remember correct, I should be able to use... There we go. In the distance, everything you see through the telescope is in the distance. A plume of black smoke rises above the treetops. The swamp has failed to let the cook this night. Oh my god. That's actually my kind of humor. Okay, first thing first, let's go to the Gatorman Hamlet. Buy sack. Okay, let's buy it. Reload fetish gator cheese. Swamp eel headband. Oh right, before I go to the Gatorman Hamlet, I forgot about one more thing. Okay, let's bamboozle the guys. Suit yourself. Later on, I had to deliver the hides to the dude. I've got the hides you needed. John chuckles inappropriately. Need? Got news for you. Don't need them. You keep them. That was just a test. Wanted to see if I could trust you with the real work. Seems like yeah, ready for some real hunting? What's real hunting? Truth is, I got no need for 5 gator hides. My ambitions are far bigger. You met Paul. You know he's mute. I'm working to build him a leather tongue. So, what do you need for that? 10 gator hides. Okay, I can do that. Great, my brother will be thrilled. I better get going. There we go. This is exactly what I needed. Okay, so more shadows. Pretty aggressive ones too. But you know what? I'm actually just going to... Yeah, I'm going to use my pet rock to deal with the fight. Thank you, so much better. Okay, so now, the guards stop in their tracks and start sniffing around suspiciously. They're almost certain to notice you if you get any closer. Staying put isn't an option here. Which way do you want to go and how? Towards the charge. Okay, so, now back to regular stuff. Saxophone. Flute. Okay, now which one of them is the toughest? I mean, this is the stoner? This is just the chef? Okay, 23 cold damage. So I guess I'll just get rid of the chef first. Okay, so this dude poisoned himself, very good. Okay, Petrock, attack. This soldier can be a very dangerous target or a complete pushover because it's a completely random thing. He's just gonna munch up on shrooms, so either it's going to increase his stats, or it's going to poison him, or he's going to barf everything up at us and poison all of us. So, yeah. Are you listening? What? The hell on the stretch is busted. This is going to be a headache come lunchtime. No dice and no door opening either. Whoever smashed in the handle wanted to keep you out or keep something in. Magical talking sandwich maybe. Yeah, with great effort he pulls the door open. Released from his refrigerated cage, a cold man swims out into the muck, gasping for air. My god, you're my savior. One more day trapped in there and I would have succumbed completely to despair. Okay, who are you? I'm Fabian, an illustrator of the natural sciences. Eric steps glittering birds alive, but lately my interests have taken me to these damn plants. I am in my soggy period. How did you get in there? I was traveling to the swamp to sketch native cypress, only to be caught in a net by these Gator-esque men. Yes, they allowed me to roam within the confines of this camp, but when I shouted for help at a passing truck, I was put into the refrigerator. What truck? Oh, I turtled through the camp like a bass out of hell. Right, it was a boy and a girl at the wheel, and I called out, "Stop! I am a prisoner, take me with you!" But they drove on. What makes a person do that? Well, as the truck hit it, north of here, I'm sure of it. We already got it marked on the map. Ah, interesting, thank you. Do you know of a creature called Occam's Gator? Occam's Gator. Supposedly a large gator with two tails who breathes smoke from its nostrils. Oh yes, I think you're describing my mother-in-law. That's such a boomer joke. Okay, so you don't know. No, and I apologize. Sorry, I shouldn't have said it. Melanie has always been kind to me. Okay. Every weekend she bakes me a bowl of nougat. I apologize, Melanie. Goodbye. If you want to leave, the way out is more or less clear. I do want to leave. That is a good guess. If we meet again, it would honor me to paint your portrait. I'm an artist, so you know. I cannot paint you right away, as I'm in my soggy period, but I could conclude at work, or become soggy, well, who knows. Am I not soggy enough? Not for academia? No. Oh well. A sleeping gator man. Unless he's lying about being asleep, do not let him lie. Okay, to say so, what would you like as an alternative to letting this gator man continue sleeping? Search him. Gatorman's safe combination, nice. The combination to Gatorman's safe, 3 numbers too repulsive to even display here. Eureka! Okay, dude, you get to sleep. You dial the horrible combination and open the safe. Okay, so that's one. There's even more Gatorman. So, the standard stuff. Okay, intends to viciously clobber moldy buttons for 20 stench damage. Moldy buttons, again 20 stench damage. That's not good. They seem to really like... Oh, I see what's going on. The more I attack this dude, the more his stats go up. Okay, I'm definitely not risking. I mean, I'm pretty damn sure, yeah, that's... I'll manage to do it without that much of a problem, but still. Okay, there we go. Okay, and how many hides do I have? 10. Perfect. Gatormen are remarkably good at building fires in a couple inches of water. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, what do we have here? Ah, my favorite dude. See, this seems to be where the Gatormen store all the terrible filth. Yeah, kinda. Ew. Okay, what do we have here? Forge, presumably for hammering on terrible Gator meals. And a rack of horrible looking weapons. Swamp Banjo deals a Moxie plus 5 physical damage and reduces target stab by 2. Pretty good. Okay, this I'm gonna help myself to it. Right, swamp meat. Can I take the fridge itself? No, I cannot. This gatorman seems less aggressive than is typical for these guys. Hi there. Breathe human, not eat, breathe. Thanks, I appreciate that. You seem a little bit more relaxed than the rest of the gator pod. Yes, everyone crazy, don't know reason. Not belong, leave swamp. Where will he go? Don't know, under? Oh, like a hobo? Hobo? What's that? Basically someone who travels from place to place because they're looking for work, or just don't have anywhere specific to be. Yes, hobo gator. First law, need weapon, defend self. Ask about hobo code, of course. Do you know any hobo code you could teach me? Hobo code? What that? Alright, you wouldn't know any yet. It's like little symbols that hobos use to leave messages for other hobos. Here, I can show you some of the basic ones. You teach them the symbols for safe camp, cops here, and the increasingly rare and exciting pie on windowsill. Offer him a weapon now. He needs a really, really powerful weapon. Hopefully the projectile ice maker. How about this projectile ice maker? No thanks. Weapon weak. Need power. Okay, I'll try to find you something stronger. Let's take a look. Okay, there's the swamp banjo. I'm going to go with Gator stick and I'm going to use the sharpening stone. So sharpen Gator stick. Now I can equip the banjo once again. Okay, now let's look for this one. Gator stick. Okay, sharpened Gator stick. There we go. Yes, good, weapon strong, safe now, think human, no problem. You know, there's a bunch of hobos collecting in a camp outside of Ocean City. They're pretty accepting people. I don't think they'd mind you joining. Plus, it'd be handy to have some muscle around the place. Sound good, I go. He waves goodbye and stomps out the door. He's fucking adorable. Like, for real. A dangling blob of revolting organic matter. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, can I? Yeah, let's make something stupid. You're currently winning a swamp banjo. Okay, so let's make the banjo. Cut enemies plus extra lead and extra sharpening stone. Sharpen hefty disposable swamp banjo. This should be strong. It deals physical damage, so it won't be that good against shadows. But yeah. Okay, this is apparently what the gatormen keep their billions upon billions of swarming bugs. No thank you, I do not want an infinite fight. Let's go to the Leather Brothers. Okay, lock us with a little... No, you know what? Let's fight you guys. I've already danced with the bugs. Now, time to actually fight the bugs. Oh, not nice. But done. The world's smallest violin. Really? There's one small, it's too small for you to have seen it. And swamp honey, okay, that's nice. There you go, there's your 10 gatorman hides. Beautiful, that's beautiful leather, and it'll make a beautiful tongue. I can look at any animal and tell you what sort of tongue this hide will make. You don't believe me, do you? Go on, name any animal. Buffalo. Too big. Okay. There's a taunt sword, but without something to animate it, it's just a lump of leather flesh. What I need, mate, what my brother Paul really needs, is the power of speech. So, this next part is going to be much easier to explain if you've ever read The Little Mermaid. Yeah, I can get you a mermaid, no problem. Don't need you to hunt a mermaid, mate. What you might not know is that the fairy tale about a little mermaid who gives up her voice is based on a real-life story of a gatorman merman who traded his voice for a bucket of ham. That's what has Christian Gatorman the idea. I tracked that voice down to a fishing hole in the Gator village I told you about before. I must have it. Anything for my brother. Family is everything, mate. I better be going. Okay, so let's go back to the village. Okay, once again something stuck to her shoes. And now I'm going to fish over here. Boom, voice of a gatorman. I think this might be the voice of a gatorman merman. Or at least the voice of a gatorman merman. Right. Gator merman, okay. But I'm too proud to ask who have pull him out anyway. I won't take charity, he screams, slapping away your hands. Eventually you get a good grip and yank the fellow out, but it was so much harder than it needed to be. I'm grateful. What do we have here? Oh no, the Gatorman detective, you thought it was only a myth. Introduce yourself. You're a Gatorman detective, I presume? Assumption accurate. Killing hunters, crimes grievous, butchering Gatorman, killing mailmen, despoiling land. Speak, you, be accomplice? Or be alligator? That's terrible. Yeah, I wouldn't harm a scale on a gator's head. Let's go with that line. Telling truth? Or? Controlling glands? What will you do with those men? Mailmen dead, suspect hunters. Have trial. Find guilty? Consume them. You're going to eat them? Drink them. Could you let them go, maybe? I'm unaccepting. Do justice. Liquefy them. Okay, let's talk to the guys. What happened here? You got snatched, didn't I? It's funny, I'm calmer than I thought I'd be. That man's slaughter has been hanging on my conscience, son. I think I'm unexpecting the call of Johnny Law before too long. But Paul, he wasn't wrapped up in this. It's not fair that he should go down for it too. Okay, give Paul the voice of a gatorman. Paul and John's eyes wide in anticipation as he popped the lid of the grimy jar. A wisp of breath escapes from the glass prison and wends its way through the bars of the cage, pausing in midair and then darting up Paul's nostrils. There. The gatorman is far too baffled by this to react. Freshly animated Paul's leather tongue sets to wagging. Finally, okay, enough of obscene murder in asymmetric service to animalistic desire. Each of you practices a violence that is worse than base. It is vicious, it is corrupt, it is rogue. I call it into all aggression, I call it thou. At stake is the project of life itself. Paul, what are you saying? Then Paul let us say 3 words so painfully profound they reduced not just his brother but his gatorman captured to contrite tears. What? It's not important. Come on, tell me. Don't worry about it. Look, everyone's moving already. Gushing genuine crocodile tears, the Gatorman detective unloads the cage and brings both brothers into an embrace. All the hunting, the killing, all of it. I did it to bring back your voice. In finding me a tongue, you gave away your heart. No longer can I recognize our blood in the ocean of it you have spilled. I call you brother no more. You know what, I'm gonna say nothing. At Paul's urging, John tosses his knife into the swamp in a repudiation of violence. The Gatorman is so moved he tosses his magnifying glass in solidarity. Yeah, grab the items before they sink, don't be casual about it. You're not even looking, you could both discard your weapons on the tip of your foot and slip them up into your pocket. Valuable hunting knife, that's a very specific weapon. Sharpen thrice, cut once, deal 5 times your muscle with physical damage, eventually. Yeah, at first you gotta sharpen it, and then it deals incredible amount of damage. Magnifying glass. Detectives use these to investigate tiny crimes. Okay, watch Paul take charge. Paul eloquently negotiates a resolution to the mailman murder. Joe will go with the Gatorman to face trial, but the death penalty will not be levied against him. This can't be goodbye, brother. I don't wish it. Know that if I see you again, it will be for the last time. I will use the last of my life to build a ladder to heaven of my own, so that I might protect the dinosaurs from men like you. They say thank you to nobody in particular. That got awkward real fast. The manual must be where John accesses the hunter's dream. The hunter's dream, if you have to ask, is not meant for you. I want to go there. You prove yourself a hunter, maybe. I am a hunter. Yes, you did hunt enough gators to give a man a new voice. That proves you're a hunter. Will you dream now, good hunter? I will. This will be a very short dream. Because, what do we have here? A pig. Ew, you wet yourself. Miss, Viviana wetting themselves, get the principal. I don't have a principal, I'm an adult. Yeah, Vivian peeing themselves. Oh no, this isn't Hunter's dream, this is Hunter's nightmare. Yeah, it's one of those dreams. Wake up right now. So that was a very short dream. What a dream, felt so real. Hunter's mark. On awakening, something feels different. Maybe a bed sore. Okay, can we talk to you? Hello, Paul. It seems our paths have faded to cross. How are things between you and your brother? He may be my blood, but I will not call him brother. Our blood is undone by all that which he has spilled in the causes of violence and vengeances. When next we meet, it will be in that azure empyrean upon the highest rungs of our respective ladders to heaven. So, not great then. What will you do now? I build a ladder to heaven, which as we speak grows rung by rung. When will that be done? I expect not for several weeks. Yeah, can we trade? Anything here? Hollow Gator 2, it's interesting. Deals you muscle physical damage and heals you for 3 health points. Nice, but no thanks. Now, time to go over here. Okay, you know what, I'm going to buy it just so leave me alone, otherwise I would have to fight him. I don't want to. Candle hangs limply from its hinge, pull it open. The trap has been abandoned for some time. There's nobody inside, unless they are very small and hiding. Are they? Small and hiding? No, search the seats. A newspaper left in the passenger seat is open to the classified space. Circular advertisements for Mr. Rat's Hotel for Working Women and the dogs. You don't need it, it's yesterday's news. Come on, cinch out of the seat. Nice. The gas tank is located underneath the driver's seat, which has the advantage of lowering the truck's center of gravity. The gas tank is empty, which has the disadvantage of the truck not working. You also notice a tiny glint of metal. Key. Thanks. What do we have here? Eat the engine, of course we can. Okay, we already done everything. A black smoke billows from the cowl. That engine is cooked. Eat the engine. You can't eat something just because it is cooked. Eat the engine. That is far too large to eat the engine. Eat the fucking engine. Grinding yourself against the overbearing heat, you wrench open the cowl and peer through the smoke, only to find that someone has beaten you to it. The engine has already been eaten. Next chance I get, I'm eating an engine. Okay, back to Largemouth Bass and Sons. Okay, teach him how to read a compass, thank you very much. I'm not reading every single of the wandering events. Well, that would take way longer. Okay, I found the truck. Really? Where? Is she alright? Does she need anything? If she's out of gas and something ate the engine. Rats, I don't know where I'll find a new engine, and I really need that truck back. I left an egg sandwich on the passenger seat, and I'm afraid by now the egg will have hatched. Take it easy, dude. Dude, you're such a whiny pussy, just go and get it. Okay, now the only way to get in there is through here. If we tried to do it through the front door, we would be just kicked out. Though still betting testifies to the Tracy family's rigorous athleticism, one of good body and mind, well competent distraction to achieve the heightened focus of a bass fisherman. A spearmint taffy, licorice taffy, nice, thank you. Look under the pillow, 16 teeth, to his face skipped the swamp for a while. The envelope appears unopened, let's take a look. The envelope isn't sealed, it's slide it open with an ease. Dad, all anyone cares about in his family is Largemouth Bass. Well, I'm sick of it. Ain't I a person? Ain't I deserving of being cared about too? I'm leaving there for a place where dreams are possible. You ain't never going to find me because you don't know where it is. Love, Kathy. Yes, hi to Mom. Cautious? Okay, yeah, you're not supposed to be in this room. It's better if Adam doesn't see you leave through the door. Yeah, okay, so let's go this way. Can we talk about and show him the letter? Yeah, I ate your sandwich. No, you didn't. The one in the refrigerator is a decoy. Nobody has ever found the real thing. Okay, I found this I found these teeth under the pillow. Yes, those are mine. You believe in the tooth fairy? No. I found the company truck. Truck? Are you trying to say Tracy? Kathy Tracy? No, but finding the truck may help us find Kathy. Well, where is she then? I don't know yet. I see, so that truck may help us find her, or it may not. It's looking more and more like Kathy ran away from home. Even if that's true, it doesn't matter. You find her and you bring her back here. That young woman has a responsibility for Largemouth Bass and Sons. You need to see this. Alan Tracy paused over the ladder, his brow sinking into deeper furrow with each line. Ain't never, ain't I? My friend, those are the vulgar contractions of Occam's Gator. I didn't give Kathy a copy of Jar Air to have it contracted properly. No, this letter is an obvious ruse, friend. Occam's clumsy attempt to throw us off the scent. Face it, Tiger, your daughter ran away from home. I'm yet to see any evidence of that. I'll be on my way. Yeah, these guys are completely delusional, but I am in for the fishing rod, so unfortunately the kids are coming back home. Can I talk to this dude? Yeah, all you have in your mess is hardtack. Hardtack's not all we eat, it's reboned too. Hardtack doesn't have bones. That's changing. Yeah, I found the company truck. You're meant to be finding the company's son, Tom Chapman. Yeah, the truck is the key to finding the son. Is it? Then where's Tom? Let me get back to you on that. Take it from an old bass rebone and try and do too much at once, and your fish ends up looking like a porcupine. Yeah, I read Tom's diary. Did you know? Make any sense of it? Yes, it seems he was planning to take the truck and drive through a nearby gatorman camp to ensure he wasn't followed. Hell, how did he piece that together? Well, it was on a page he said contained information of no consequence, but in fact the information there was very pertinent indeed. Now, why would he say about what if it was of no consequence? I don't understand. Is this the irony that I hear is fast poisoning your generation? Be seeing you. Yeah, these guys are. Like I said, you can't let the kids. They are the bastard, by the way. Okay, fragrance force, thank you very much. Yeah, they are the bastard. You can't let them go to the city, but like I said, I made a promise for the fishing rod, so. Tom Chapman and Kathy Tracy? The boy nods slightly. He cannot see a foot in the water to remember their surnames, and though you may be at cross purposes, respect must be paid. Who wants to know? Yeah, I've been looking literally everywhere for you. Really? Most of the time when folks say literally, they're not using it right. When people say it's literally raining on my wedding day, they're not talking about actual rain. I actually do mean it though. Oh, take a last look, we're on the next bus out. Yeah, you fall back home, think you're kidnapped or eaten. That's so utterly typical. You can't even conceive that someone might not want to live the same small little largemouth bass life that they do. It's not even a life. Not for us, it's not. The kind of life we want to live, it's only possible in the city. What kind of life is that? We're gonna start a business making wigs for judges. Yeah, I don't think judges wear wigs in this country. It's going to be an international company. That's where the money is, if you know anything about business. Yeah, is that a job? Are you? Don't be rude. God, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's like asking if cuddling is a job. Is cuddling a job? No, you're not going to get with that again. Yeah, more power to you, I guess. And to you, as long as your goals don't conflict with ours. I don't know if you're thinking about starting a wig business. Yeah, I need to take you back to your parents. Hell to that, you need to take us back like a bass needs bones. We're not going back, pal, no whatever. Largemouth Bass and Sons is a trap. All we can ever do there is repeat the same old toxic patterns that our fathers did, our grandfathers did. Debone the fish, rebone the fish, debone the fish. What's the point? It's a mindless life, and it's never going to change. No, pal, not for us. Better to die in poverty than to live a largemouth bass deboner or reboner. Yeah, unfortunately, I was hired to bring you home. Listen, friend, we're not going back. There's nothing and nobody that can make us. I do not have enough moxie. Yeah, please. But yeah, this is that thing. Oh, comes Gator. Apparently that thing is real. Yeah, no, Occam's Gator, you have no power here. Occam's Gator, that's a real guy? Occam's Gator is why he's the bane of our lives, our family's lives. He's haunted us, tortured us before I was even born. And what does he want? Back. Yeah, did you say back? Miserable back. We will be miserable if we go back. The Gator sneers. You're surprised the beast apparently has no intention of killing or eating the children, but needs to return them home to Largemouth Bass and Sons. But why? Why would it care? You want them to be miserable? Oh yes, miserable back. I don't know what Occam's Gator wants except our whole family to be miserable. I don't know why else he torments us. Yeah, what's the problem? Misery. You just want to cause misery. Bass misery. Largemouth Bass and Sons specifically. Why exactly? God. What God? Misery God. You have a God who wants to cause misery to Largemouth Bass and Sons? Amen. What's your God's name? Occam's Gator. Okay. Now you leave the kids alone. Yeah. Thank you, but there's no shaking Occam's Gator when he's got his mind set to a thing. Mindset. There's got to be a way we can work this out. Violence. Apart from that, violence, misery. Okay, let's tussle. Okay, how much more? That's a tough son of a bitch. Okay, what can I do? He has very low stats. Okay, reduce the muscle. I'm going to reduce this thing's muscle. I'll try to reduce its stats as much as I can. Okay, one more time and one more time because I can use a couple of extra items. Good. And now this thing is basically, yeah, defenseless. One muscle, one mysticality, one moxie is going to deal very little amount of damage to us. Okay, thank you, Mr. Hobo Cloner. It's nice that I have extra friends over here. I'm still going to drag them back home, but yeah. I want to be able to finish this thing off. There we go. 20 experience point, dried swamp meat, Occam Gator's toenail, ew. Muscle plus 5 physical, causes 4 poison, amphibious truck engine. He who does misery unto others will also have that misery done unto him, which is another way of saying he made Occam's Gator senseless and his reptilian remains have decomposed into swamp goo. Perhaps near the folks at Largemouth Bass and Sons will tell stories about you. It's not like you don't deserve it at this point. Okay. Hold on just now. Are you still trying to take us back to Largemouth? Yeah. I was worried for a little bit that they are going to run away. Okay, I don't know what to say. Nobody's ever done anything like that for me before. I feel like you, Gatorman, I mean. No, nobody's ever done that for me either. I don't know, how can I repay you? Oh, there's money. I forgot about money for a second. I know it's not much. Oh, why would you want this free sample? Nice, thank you. Enjoy that, but mind you don't combine it with the jury's wig and executioner's wig. Nobody should have that much power. Hold on just now, are you still trying to take us back to Largemouth Bass? Yes, I still very much would like to do that. Oh, get out of here. We're not going to do that. No, no way. If this run-in with Occam's Gator has taught me anything, is that life's too short, and it's time for Kathy and I to leave home and write our own story. I thought that was what you were doing from the beginning. Ah. Okay, you know what? Screw it, you guys. Go on. I honestly don't like... Okay, what do we have here? White hot ring. When you apply on fire, apply 1 extra. Okay, give... Yeah, the ring slips easily off the arm's finger. Okay, give the arm a proper burial. Every time you try to dig, the hole immediately fills up with water. You decide you just use the shovel to press the arm down below the surface and call it a day. That works too. Oh, right, my bad. Abandoned trap, I get to fix it. I get to fix the truck. Replace the engine. The truck roars with unhappiness, ungrateful for the return of its engine. Well, sucks to suck. Okay, tear yourself loose. Okay. Kinda sucks, I was hoping for that special fishing rod, but screw it. Good news, I restored your truck's missing engine. You did what? Why did you go and do a thing like that? What's the problem? You put her heart back in her body. That's a powerful thing. She'll have imprinted on you now. She owes you a life debt. Right. Is that bad? A truck owes you a life debt. A little bit of its energy has funneled into you. Mystical energy, that is, not gasoline. But there's one thing a car can't stand, is to be forced into debt by a no-wheeler. Ever wonder why cars honk? They're angry as the sound of them screaming. Yeah, take it easy, dude. Yeah, too late, friend. Tom's gone. I received a telegram from him with news that he's the big city, thriving at the head of his own business manufacturing wigs for judges. He's already set up a business? It's already thriving? Yes, it's fast, I know, but judges' wigs are a gold mine, and I can't tell you don't have business instincts, or you have recognized it right away. Can I still get a fishing rod? I don't have the rod anymore. When I got the telegram from Tom, I threw it into the sea. Let the fishes have it. I figured they'll use it to destroy each other, and we'll sweep in to pick up the pieces. Yeah, are you worried about the future of the business without Tom? Succession is only an issue if I die, wouldn't you agree? And that's far from inevitable, especially if I invest in a good helmet. Okay, Occam's Gator is dead. You say that, but I'm not convinced he can actually die. I've seen him sucked into a biplane propeller, only for his ooze to reconstitute itself into even larger form. As far as I'm concerned, there are two constants in life: death, and specifically Occam's Gator not having one, and taxes. These things we harangued about every month that sound very boring. Hey, sorry about your son. Do you know, I'm actually proud of him. Always thought he was a dreamer, never realized he had those killer instincts for business. Ah, yeah, he's a good sort, Tom. Maybe I've been unfair to him. Be seeing you? Okay. I mean, at least one of them listened to reason. Hey, don't you dare show your face around here, you did that enough. Kathy is left. I received a telegram from her. Now she's throwing her life away chasing the judge with dreams of use. Yeah, are you concerned about the future of the business without Kathy? We will suffer the setback, as we've always done, but our plan to rebrand as Largemouth Bass and Sons and Daughter will have to be put on hold. Ah, pity, they rolls off the tongue, which would be appropriate, as that's how we slide the fish's bones out. Okay, Occam's Gator is dead. I'd like to believe you, but he's died before. One time from a rifle shot to the head, another from TV. He always rises from the ashes like that bird there. Phoenix? No, I'm thinking of a duck. Yes, sorry about your daughter. I only hope she'll realize the mistake she's made. Her mother always told her, don't throw away your life for a man like I did. Meaning you? Huh, now that you mention it, I wonder. Smart woman. Very smart woman. Okay, so this is done. So the only thing that's left aside from Gatorman Fortress is the frog bug, and it's hidden over here, so I kind of missed this. Okay, squeeze some grease out of the engine. Okay, frog bug. This is a very mind-fucking thing. The frog's not talking? Buddy, hey, ribbit, buddy, help. You clear your throat. There was a frog in it. Haha. Maybe don't use that joke when talking to frogs, though. Hello, frogs. Okay, not frogs, right. Yeah, not the frogs again. Your frogs are not humans, right? I know that. You're frogs, not humans. Yes, I can see that. Wait, you're saying humans? You're humans, not frogs? Yes, right. Ribbit? Yes. Okay, you think about what it would be like to be trapped in a frog's body. After a few seconds, you stop thinking about it because you don't like thinking about things that fill you with harrowing existential angst. How did this happen? Quarry, curse. Ancient curse, frog. Okay. It's kinda hard to understand you with everybody talking all at once. Could you all stop talking except for one frog? Okay, frogs share mind. A single mind. Oh, pause. All frogs share a single mind. Wow, that's incredible. This changes Uh, Actually, you can't think of any significant consequences of what you just learned. You can't remember the last time you interacted with a specific frog as an individual, and it was... Uh-oh, that biology class. Probably best not to bring that up. I'm so glad we don't have this shit in Europe. I mean, do you guys in the United States still cut up frogs on biology classes? That sounds kind of cruel. Is this somewhere that can help you? One of the larger frogs hops up to you and coughs slowly. A shiny green object flies out of its mouth and sinks into the water. You roll up your sleeve and plunge your hand into the nasty water. Your fingers find a hard object which turns out to be, wow, shiny. This is the most beautiful thing a frog has ever barfed at you. Ew. What should I do with this? A second frog approaches and belches up a soggy piece of paper. You decide to just look at it instead of touching it with your hand. It appears to be a shipping label from a nearby quarry. Okay, good luck, careful. Yeah, this is a little bit of a mindfuck, but... Oh. A portly man in a white linen suit, sitting in a wicker chair in a flat-bottomed boat, is being fanned by two large bats as he pulls his craft through the murky swamp water. I say, pardon me, youngster, but might I prevail upon you to lend me some navigatory assistance? I consider myself a man with a sense of direction, but I must admit this bayou has got me turned right around. Well, to start with, you're way too far west to call this swamp a bayou. Well, no, I may be just a simple country Dracula, but I thought I could tell the difference between bayou and some damn Yankee swamp. Have I really missed Louisville by that much? I'm afraid so. By more than 800 miles as the bat flies. Well, tarnation, I'll never make it to the Durban at this rate. And I was so looking forward to that mint julep. Reckon I'll just have to make do without. Is your name Mary by any chance? No, it's Vivian. A bloody Vivian? Well, Annie pulling her storm, as the poet said. Give him directions. How about if I just roll him up instead? It's not like drinking me will get you home. I reckon you're correct, but it would get me drunk, which is nearly as good. But let's see this map of yours, friend. You draw on your board geographic knowledge of waterways of the eastern half of the country and sketch out a map that should take the vampire back to Louisiana Bayou via the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, with a stop at Louisville. It's quite impressive on knowledge, and boats away with a jaunty wave. Fair enough. Fortunately, the fact that the vampires can't traverse running water, for example rivers, didn't occur to him until we were well out of sight. Nice. Back to the quarry, and yeah, while over there at the bog we had frogs behaving like humans, or at least talking like humans, here we have humans behaving like frogs. There's a note in the dog. Drive efficiently, excess gas use will be deducted from your paycheck management. Of course, how nice. This guy seems a bit, hi there, Ribbit? This might seem like a strange question, but do you know anything about a curse, Ribbit? Your attitude says no, but your everything else says yes. Okay, let's take a look at the form. What do we have here? This hot hack is dressed like a cowboy. Hatrack, yeah. This hot Hatrack is dressed like a cowboy. Holy shit. Yeah, and the Hatrack's challenge game. Intimidating Stetson. When you see a guy wearing a hat like this, you think to yourself, this guy has a good sense of style and is probably about to punch me for no reason. Personal files, okay, check them out. You need the files with rifle through. They tend to be very thin, people who are hired and then quit real fast. There's only a handful of current records and they aren't very interesting. Look up Vivian Taylor. What? You don't work here. I still don't really believe you work at that gas station or that restaurant. Look up Vivian Taylor. Fine, you flip through the folders and... Holy crap, there you are, Vivian Taylor, what the heck? Yeah, I get around it. Yeah, and then of course, unbelievably, there's your employment file. Hey, quarry mess hall key? Bass. Ranged weapon, nice. There's some papers and stuff, but none of it seems significant to you. Ending of a safe. Is that meant to be a reverse psychology? Look behind it. You build the padding aside and find, surprise, a safe. Unfortunately, it's a key type safe and you don't have the key. Not that the combination lock would have been much better, but he could have twiddled the dial and hoped to get lucky. It's all books on management with titles like Shaking the Invisible Hand, You Deserve More, and How to Get Blood Out of the Turnip She Fired. Oh, this one actually looks kind of interesting. Advanced Scowling. A guide to productive frowning. Grants a combat skill with teeth, heal target for 5 health points. Yeah, the back page has a bunch of exercises for strengthening your frowning muscles, all 438 of them, according to that old adage. And let's upgrade it. You go through the exercises, that's a lot of work, but you end up with the tautest frowning muscles you've ever seen. It makes you want to smile, but you can't do it anymore. You test your newfound abilities by frowning at the book until it bursts into flames. Okay. Maybe I'm still smiling. Yeah, the remains of a fancy meal with fancy condiments. And this man doesn't look very happy to be a frog. Or the other way around, or whatever. Hi there. Nice suit. You look like a fancy guy. I guess you basically won the frog lottery, huh? Okay, let's take a look at the mess hall. There's no locked, so the food won't escape, presumably. There we go, you leave the key on the nearby windowsill. As advertised, it's a mess. Ha! From the looks of the crust on these dishes, the food here was very good, even before it's spoiled. This really doesn't even have a gas line connected to it. I guess you could warm something up to room temperature. Perfect. Looks like these people got so hungry they started eating the cabinet doors. Says the last remaining drawer, junk mail and stuff that has the rivets. Yeah, this table is swarming with flies. Kind of disgusting. The bunkhouse. All the oil in this lamp has dried up. Some poor soul turned this radio to static and then walked away. Oh, there's only one bed. The S on that bunk's sign must have been a typo. Okay, let's check him out. The frog lady's watching and seems real agitated. Better leave him alone. Okay, this lady seems real nervous about something, although the way she's hopping around on the floor makes it difficult to judge her body language in a regular way. Hi, ma'am. Can you tell me, can you communicate to me in some way anything about a curse? Oh geez, please don't do that thing with your neck. Yeah, that's kinda gross. It is like a guy who thinks he's a frog, or the soul of a frog trapped in the body of a guy, or really good method actor rehearsing, or Toad of Toad Hall. Right. Hi, excuse me? Have you seen any cursed frog idols around? He sticks his tongue out as a fly buzzes past and seems confused and disappointed by its length. Oh boy, okay, good luck! He's another of these froggy men. Hi, Ribbit. If I asked you if you're a frog trapped in a man's body, would you have any way to answer that question that I would be able to understand? I guess I don't know what I was expecting. And of course then there is this, a giant stone frog. But looking at the time, it's been definitely an hour of this episode, so I will leave wrapping up this mystery, and then finally I will go to the Gatorman Fortress in the next episode. So, without any further ado or anything like that, that's all for today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.